Hello and welcome to my creative castle. Today's video, I want to say it's a yarn unboxing, but really it's a yarn unbagging because hey, sometimes yarn comes in fun bags too, right? But you know, we'll still probably hashtag it as unboxing. So where is our yarn coming from today? It's coming all the way from Denmark, from Hobbii, Hobbii. That's right. On this channel, we do search the world over for all the great, fun, fantastic yarn finds. So, full disclosure, I did place this order right before the tariffs went into place. So I don't know. I do know that they're still shipping to the United States, but there will be a tariff. They said they will let you know before your order is shipped, so you won't be surprised, but that's just something to keep in mind. Am I still going to order from Hobbii? Yeah, I am. Excuse me, but I think I'll probably only order some of their specialty yarns, right? They do have some really fun holiday yarns. They love to do Christmas yarns. They love to do specialty yarns. So they have some neat colors, some neat multicolored yarns that you just can't quite get anywhere else. And so for me, I'm like, yeah, I'll probably still order there, right? But not as often. Probably will stay away from just like, your everyday cottons and acrylics and wool, and just go for like the fun specialty yarns, the multicolors, or maybe the good deals and steals. I do know sometimes their prices can seem a little bit high, but then they do put stuff on sale. So if they got some good sales, I'll probably still do that. So what did we get? This is one of the fun holiday items that we talked about, and it is their Friends Cotton 8-4. So it is a 100% cotton. And what does that 8-4 mean anyways, right? And by the way, it's the Christmas color pack. I think that's fun. They have two different varieties of Christmas color packs. I have this one in my hands, which we'll talk about the colors in. I don't have the other one in. We can talk about that in a minute. But Friends Cotton, 100% cotton. It's a nice, durable kitchen cotton. It's a decor cotton. They say you can do wearables out of it. I don't know if I would. I might go for softer Pima cottons. It's not too bad, actually. It's not too bad. I think you could do some wearables, maybe some cardies. Yeah, I felt rougher cotton. This got a pretty smooth, texture to it. I have felt softer Pima cottons. Okay, it's not a Pima, it's not a Mako, but it's still a nice cotton. It's that durable fiber. So 8-4, a lot of people have questions about that. They're like, what's 8-4 cotton, right? 8-4 means the 4 strands. So it's a fingering weight, number 1 cotton. And yeah, that's basically like a 4 cotton, and a four ply or a 4 strand yarn is a fingering weight yarn, right? And a lot of people get confused about that. They're like, what's a fingering weight? It's 4 strands, but it's not a 4. Number 4 is a worsted weight yarn, right? Whereas 4 strands tends to be a fingering weight yarn. So they do also have 8-8 cotton as well. So I did grab some of that, so we can talk about the differences in that and what the 8-8 cotton means, right? 8-8 cotton means DK. 8-8 cotton is a DK weight, so that means it's going to be twice as many strands, right? 8 strands instead of 4, because DK stands for double knit. And so I did get some in the white as well in the 8-8, so we can take a look at the sizes of the different strands, right, between the 8-4 and the 8-8. Now, given that there are the tariffs in place and there's plenty of cotton here, other options here, I don't think I'll probably order it again from them. But you know what? They have a really, really nice color palette. The color palette on the 8-4 is huge, and they also have some. What was I going to say about that? They also have some good deals on the cotton. So the reason that I ended up getting, see this 8-8 cotton in the white, it feels fine. I think I will make a cardie or something out of this. It's like I said, it's not Pima, but I think it's still a nice cotton. So we can look at the difference in the 8-4 versus the 8-8. The 8-8 is the white. The 8-4 is the cranberry there. So there is a difference in the strands. So if you're wanting to compare the DK versus the fingering, that's what you got. So I ended up getting 20 in the white in the 8-8. And the reason is because they tend to do like the more you buy, the more you save thing with some of their cottons. And so that's really nice. I ended up getting my skeins of this 8-8 cotton. It's the 100%. It's the Friends cotton, which is the same, right? It's just different weights. So I ended up getting these for $1.40 a skein. And to me, that was a good deal. I was very comfortable paying $1.40 a skein for yarn. I mean, really? Where else are you going to get yarn for $1.40 a skein except, you know, like 1962? I mean, you got a time machine? You got a time machine. You go back to 1960 and bring me back a whole truckload of yarn. But other than that, I don't know where else you're going to get a skein of yarn for $1.40. So I went ahead and got 20 of these in the Friends 8-8 in the white. We'll just have to see what happens. I'll check the prices often, be very careful and thoughtful if I order from there in the future. So let's talk about this Christmas pack. What I thought was fun about the Christmas pack is it does come with your Christmas colors, right? You get a whole shade. So of course you get some white, but then they also have you get 2 white, you get 10 skeins in this, you get 2 white, you get 2 cranberry and 2 tomato, so you get 2 different reds, and then you get 2 different greens, and so you get a, I'm trying to remember, emerald, I'm trying to remember what the other one is, I wrote on it somewhere, and shamrock. That's right, you get emerald and shamrock. So you get 2 skeins of white, 2 skeins of tomato, 2 skeins of cranberry, 2 skeins of shamrock, and 2 of emerald. There is another Christmas pack, has no white, and I believe it has 1 skein of tomato, 1 of cranberry, probably 1 of the emerald and shamrock, and then my guess would be is that it has some other reds and greens to really complement your holiday projects. So if you're looking for just some nice you know, cotton, maybe to do like a Christmas doily or something, we might do that. I don't know if we're going to do it fingering weight or not, so we might do it in a DK, but I just grabbed one of these thinking it might be really good to have, you know, just some basic Christmas colors to do any kind of color work project that my little mind could imagine. So that's why we grabbed that. And then we got, like I said, 2 in the white, in the DK way. And then guess what? Guess why we went to Hobbii anyways? That's right. That's right. For limited time, limited edition, Christmas glitter wheel of alpaca is back. It's back. Limited time, limited edition. So you just know. You just know. I had to get some. Now they only have 4 shades. Let's see what else is in the other packet. They only have 4 shades, as I said before. The other 2 shades, I got 4. I couldn't help myself. I got the gingerbread again. This is what the gingerbread looks like. These wheels are a number 2 to number 3. I think they call it a number 2 sport weight. It's 76 acrylic, 20% alpaca, and about 4% polyester, which is that beautiful glitter gold thread that runs through this. Now, of course, because of the alpaca, it is hand washed, right? Some people call this a 2. Some people call it a 3. It's definitely a thick 2, in my opinion. You've seen the shawl. I did crochet a shawl by Crystal from Bag O' Day with it. And in my opinion, it's definitely a thicker 2. It might be closer to a 3 in some people's opinion. I would say to work it up on a size 4 to 6, maybe even a 7 knitting needle, depending on the amount of drape that you want, right? This is the size of the strands. This is the gingerbread. If you want to know the color of the shawl that I did with it, that's called gingerbread. That's your browns, really, really beautiful browns to reds to greens. Basically, it's like red, and then the red starts. It's plied, so there's a number of strands in there. I would say 6 strands in there, maybe, including the one gold strand. And then you've got the reds, which fade into. They start blending different shades. So you got some uh, greens blended in there, and you've got some browns and some whites, and it's so beautiful. And then I did get it in the snowflake as well, which is snowflake is beautiful shades of blue and white, and that's gorgeous. The other 2 shades had a lot of green in them, which makes sense because it's Christmas, right? But as somebody who's colorblind, I'm super unsure about buying some greens. I feel pretty comfortable with the greens in the gingerbread. I do. I feel like these are darker greens. I feel like where the green is at in the cake, it's not going to be right up next to my skin. This is so soft. Okay, there's only 20% alpaca in this, but this is so soft. You just want to pet this all day. So yes, it's acrylic, but it's enough alpaca to make it super soft. In my opinion, the glitter is not too scratchy at all, let's see what else. Yeah, the glitter's not too scratchy. So, but I am a little bit uncomfortable. Here's what we're gonna get them naked, right? We're gonna let our alpacas be naked on the set. Warning: naked alpacas on the set. So, but I just thought I'd take the labels off for a minute so that you can see exactly what you're looking at, what you're getting with this. So this is what the snowflake looks like without its clothes on, right? So the other 2 greens, I just wasn't too comfortable purchasing. But I do think they're beautiful. I think if you're wanting some holiday stuff, for sure, this could be great to do. I have my shawl that's crocheted, and you know that I want to knit a shawl with these as well. I just don't I haven't picked out a pattern yet, right? I mean, that's kind of the thing with me. I'm just like, it's on sale. I did get these on sale. They were $25 a piece when I ordered them. But that doesn't mean, they put on sales often. That's what I'll tell you, is that they have sales often. So I think they are $36 when they're not on sale. I got mine for about 30% off. I got a flash sale, just like a quick 2-day sale. So got mine for about $25. So yes, I did spend $100 to get to get 4 of the Christmas glitter wheel of alpaca in the house. I would say for US size 4 to 6 knitting needle. However, if you want more drape on it, if you want it more loose, then definitely you could bump it up to a 7 or an 8 with crochet hooks. I would say anywhere from that EFG range. However, I believe the shawl that we made with Crystal was worked up on an H of 5 milli, and I love the drape on that. So I absolutely think you could easily work these up on a 5. Well, I know you can work them up on a 5mm hook. So they are loosely plied, so it can snag a little bit on your crochet hook. I'll be honest with you, I did have a little bit of problems with it because the ply is so loose and airy, which we like about it, right? We like that it's loose and airy, but at the same time, that does mean sometimes that your plies can come apart. They do put this little tag on it too. They put a little start tag on there, which I think is nice. But the plies are rather loose, and so they can get a little bit snaggy on your crochet hook. But it was absolutely worth it to me. So let me know if you're going to run out and get some Christmas glitter wheel of alpaca, because I just can't find it anywhere else. Not saying it won't show up somewhere else over here in the United States, but for me, it was worth it to place this order. Who knows if I'll be getting some more or not. And then the other thing I wanted to discuss with y'all is, did you get the advent calendars, and are you going to get the advent calendars? Like last year, I bought the knitting advent calendar, and then it comes with 4 projects, right? You get like 1 a week for December. And then I ended up only working up 1 of the projects. I liked 2 of the projects, definitely wanted to work them up, but you don't get to choose your colors, right? They send you the colors that you get. And so I just felt one of them was a beautiful knit shawl that I had the skills to work up, but I just didn't feel like the colors were good for me, right? And so I did intend to go back and get a skein in a color that I wanted and then still work that up. But I'm like, I don't know. And then I did knit a pair of the fingerless gloves from that. And I did love them. Of course, I modified the pattern, right? You know I did. I modified the pattern. So, but I just checked, and right now they're saying that the knitting advent calendar is completely sold out. And the amigurumi calendar, advent calendar, is already sold out. They do still have a crochet advent calendar, and I am absolutely trying to decide, do we want to get one in the house? Do we want to look at it or not? I don't know. They do come with multiple options and projects, which I think is kind of cool for people of different skill levels, right? There's options. So I think that's nice. But I'm on the fence about whether or not to get the crochet advent calendar from them, since that's the only option that's left. So let me know your thoughts on all of that. Let me know. Are you going to get some Christmas glitter wheel of alpaca? Yeah, I'm super, super excited about this. I'm going to try to really show some strength and some self-control and not order a whole bunch more of this. But I might. You never know what could happen. I might. And I'm trying to decide whether I should get the greens or not. Part of me is like, don't get the greens. You're not going to be able to wear it. But then the green in the gingerbread is a green I can wear. So we might have to get some greens. Besides shawls, I think this makes the most beautiful shawls and wraps. We might do a wrap with it. We could do another like triangle shawl. We could do crescent shawls with this, knit or crochet. I do want to knit with this. Or we could just do like a big long rectangular wrap. That would be beautiful too. And you could also do cardies. And of course, you know, I could even make a skirt out of this stuff. You know that, right? You know I'm looking at this going, ooh, I could make a skirt. I mean, yes, it is hand washed because it's alpaca. But I already have made skirts with yarn that have alpaca in it, right? I have a tweed wool and alpaca skirt that I love. It's nice and warm and soft. So you just have to keep that in mind with these yarns, that they're hand washed. But at the same time, it could make an absolutely gorgeous skirt as well. Or a cardie. I'm also thinking cardie. I'm looking at this blue and I'm trying to decide, do I want to make it into shawls? Knit and crochet shawls, or do I want to make it into a cardie or a sweater? So many options, so many possibilities. My mind is just, it's so soft. It's definitely a next to your skin kind of a yarn. The glitter is not at all too scratchy in my opinion to wear next to your skin. These are over 1,000 yards too as well. I think they're about 1,023 yards if I recall. So, you know, you get a lot of yardage. So given that we have two in the house, we could make two separate projects with each, or we could make something really big and really fun. So let me know what your ideas are. What do these wheels of alpaca say to you, right? What do you want to do with them? And of course, what do you think about the holiday cotton packs? I like the idea that you've got all the colors put together. You got some flexibility. I mean, we could use as cotton, but you can still make socks, especially if you're allergic to wool or alpaca. You could absolutely make socks with it. You could make a top with it. Again, you could make a skirt. You could make all kinds of holiday decor. It's not too rough of a cotton to make clothing out of. It's not. I felt some cottons that I'm like, ah, that's scratchy, that's rough. I do not want to wear that on my person. That is not the case with this. I think with the DK weight, you could definitely do, like with the DK that I had with the white, you could definitely do bags with it, right? It's a durable, this feels like a nice, sturdy, durable cotton. So you could definitely do like market bags with it, water bottle slings, cell phone pouches, those kinds of things with it. With the fingering weight, it does feel like a really strong cotton. But I just don't know. Maybe you could do market bags with it still. Maybe like I don't know. I'd have to think about that a little bit and decide if I felt like it was a strong enough cotton. Even with the fingering weight, you could probably still get a nice mesh out of that. So there's lots of possibilities. So let me know what all of this beautiful yarn says to you. Alrighty, my friends, well, thanks so much for listening. And until next time, happy stitching. Bye-bye for now.